Now, phase two. After we understand our customer, we got to dial in the offer, but not just a one main offer, because that's what everybody does, right? One thing. What's the first problem? What's your biggest problem? I'm going to help you solve that. That's a great start, but it's not going to be the end all be all because there's other things that need to happen, that are going to happen, that they need to get resolved throughout the process. An irresistible offer, a no-brainer offer that is so irresistible that they acknowledge it would cost me more money to say no than to say yes. That's the offer we want to dial in on. You make an offer like that, you in essence don't have to sell because the offer closes everybody for it speaks for itself. That's what we have to dial in on here, okay? So when we're thinking about this, it's a whole process. I learned this from Russell Brunson and I love it so much because it's so simple. It's a nursery rhyme. That's why it's so simple. If you give a mouse a cookie, you guys ever heard that before? If you give a mouse a cookie, that old nursery rhyme, basically how it goes, if you give a mouse a cookie, right? He's gonna eat the cookie, but then he's gonna be thirsty because he ate food. Now he's thirsty, so he's gonna want some milk, right? So you give him some milk. That's the next thing. So if he gets the milk now, he's gonna need something to dry off his mouth. He's gonna need a napkin. So you gotta get him a napkin. That's the next problem he's gonna face. So after he gets the napkin, he's eaten, he's drank, he's cleaned his face. What is he gonna need next? Well, he's gonna be tired, so he's gonna need a bed. All right, so you give him that bed. But then when he gets to the bed, it's just a bed. There's nothing on it. So what is he going to need? The next problem, he's going to need a blanket and a pillow, right? So from there, you start to see the process that we are moving people through. But it's really their own process that they move through to solve the first problem. But with every problem, a solution starts or spawns another problem. Okay? A great offer thinks about, okay, what's the core offer, the cookie, right? And then what's the next thing they're going to need? The milk, right? In this case, what's the next problem they're going to need to be solved? So how can I craft an irresistible offer to pave the way for these people? So that way I know it shows them that I'm the expert because I know the entire path and everything they're going to face all the way through the journey from start to finish. Showcases you're the expert. Also, it reassures the person that you're going to be able to actually help them. For example, fitness coaching. This is a great one because a lot of people want to lose weight. So a lot of people, a lot of personal trainers online and in person, they give them a workout program and a nutrition program. That's great, but that doesn't stop people from losing. That doesn't help people lose weight because there's so many people that can we have the internet. Like you can go out and use ChatGPT to create a whole custom workout for you and it works. Full disclosure, I've done this for people and it's helped them. I just tested it to see if it actually worked. And dude, I tested it on myself and it works tremendously. My point here, we are in the information age. Information is at our fingertips. All of the information in the world is at our fingertips. People don't need more information. They need the right information and they need clarity on how to take action. It's analysis paralysis. So if we just help them solve the first problem, we are doing them an injustice because they're going to face new problems as they go through the process. We need to visualize the entire process and think, okay, I'm going to give you this thing, but then I know you're going to solve this and it's going to open the door to this problem, which my next offer is going to solve that. And then it's going to open the door to the next problem, which my offer is then going to solve that. And so on and so forth, all the way through until the end completion.